is time to call your shot, brought to you by your Toyota dealer. So no more. Let's kick it off. Where do you want to see with the offense? Who do you want to see get going?
You know, we are looking up and down this offense. He's out there playing right field today. I'm going with Alex Call today. I think Alex Call has a big day.
I like that call. Hopefully he does have a big day. I'm going with the best athlete on the planet right now. I'm going with the Big Show. We need a win. The Big Show is going to ignite this offense in a big way. Come on, Big Show, need you.
Needs a big swing, so hopefully he can get going as well. Yamamoto, he's being asked to be the stopper to avoid the sweep against Diamondbacks. He's the right guy for this moment. What have you been seeing from him this year?
Well, he's been the most consistent pitcher. You know, we just highlighted Clayton Kershaw. He's been consistent as well, but Yamamoto been consistent since day one. He's the ace of the staff. He's pitched like that. Hopefully, a lot of zeros early on and allow this offense to get him some runs early so he can pitch with the lead. Needs to establish that fastball to go along with that breaking ball and split.
We heard the interview from Snell in the show, and he was talking about how important fastball command is for him and his success, especially those off pitches. Well, that's for Yamamoto as well. He has that fastball command, and when he's able to dot that, it makes his other off-speed pitches that much more devastating. So hopefully he has that and goes out there and puts up some zeros and gets the dugout and gets the hitters and the offense in the dugout quicker so they can score some runs.
One thing Yamamoto can do, and it's kind of rare in today's game, he can throw any pitch at any time. That's how you can keep this offense, the D-backs offense, off balance. Throwing any pitch at any time. If he's doing that, it should be tough sledding for the D-backs offense.
Guys, it is the final day of August. September starts tomorrow. Then that means it's going to be the end of the regular season, and then here comes postseason baseball. Is there a sense of urgency in understanding that it is go time right now?
There better be. I mean, obviously, you heard the comments from Dave Robertson. You've heard the comments from the players. The last couple of days, these guys are extremely frustrated. They expect to play better. And why not today, heading into September, continue playing your best baseball? And that's all we wanted as Dodger fans, to play your best baseball in September and October, and it could start today.
We always say September is playoff baseball because in September you want to be competing to get to the postseason. That's where you want to be. Dodgers are in that position. And guess what? They're competing. This isn't like, hey, they're winning a division and closing out September. They have to make sure they have to go take it. They have to go win, and they have to go out there and perform. So sense of urgency, yeah, if you didn't have it already, but they know they need to be better.
There's that reminder that they really are only one game ahead in the NL West. The Padres have been playing very good baseball as of late, and they're chasing them. They want to win the division. The Dodgers do too. So it's feeling like it's a must-win, right, guys?
It is a must-win.
It is a must-win.
Play your game today. Play your game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they know what to do. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has the start. Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser have the call. So let's hit inside. For first pitch is around the corner.
All right, Kirsten, on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, it's the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks from Dodger Stadium. Welcome inside. Hope you're having a great holiday weekend. Joe Davis, Oral Hershiser. David Vassegh joins us in a moment. The Dodgers came into this weekend looking like they had figured it out with a 4-game winning streak, but they've scored just one run, losing the first 2 games of this, and now try to avoid getting swept by the Diamondbacks for the first time in 7 years.
Yeah, that should be some motivation. No sweeping at home. They've had that happen before. They don't want to have it happen again. And if you look at the standings, that should be motivation enough.
Padres have already played and lost today, so the lead in the division is back to a game and a half. The Phillies will go for the sweep over the Braves tonight on Sunday Night Baseball. Dodgers chasing the Phils 2 games back for that critical 2 seed. Down to David Vassegh.
Guys, Dave Roberts has set the tone for this afternoon. His demeanor and his words have certainly said a lot, including his starting lineup. Teoscar Hernandez not in the Dodgers starting lineup today. Dave Roberts said it's a combo effect with the day off, travel day tomorrow, and also the fact that Teoscar has not performed well against right-handed pitching. He's only hitting .232 against righties. We know about the struggles in right field all season long, and when I asked Dave Roberts about whether or not it's good to feel uncomfortable about your position, he said outside of Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, everybody is going to be judged on performance moving forward.
Yeah, don't forget that, Vassay. Watch your back, buddy. Yoshinobu Yamamoto takes it for the Dodgers today. Played the stopper last week in San Diego. Tries to do the same today.
Yeah, just be locked in, get some strikes, keep the ball on the ground. He gets a lot of ground balls. That would be important here because in a day game, the ball carries a little bit more. And on the other side, when you look at Brandon Pfaadt, you're looking at a guy that has gotten roughed up all year and in his last start, but that hasn't mattered when you went against Gallen, when you went against Rodriguez. Those guys had gotten roughed up too, but they got the job done.
And Pfaadt has always pitched well against the Dodgers. We've got the final game. In his third season in the major leagues, trying to sort through what's ailing him. Ohtani smacks a line drive, base hit to right center. Leadoff hit, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei gets a chance on this pitch to extend his arms. And down there, a low fastball. Just kind of golfs it off a pitch that was slightly below his knees.
To Betts with the 2-2. Base hit the other way. Back-to-back singles to open the game. Good sign for Mookie Betts, hitting a pitch that was away the other way.
Yeah.
Does. In the air to center field. Over Thomas. Bounces off the wall. Ohtani rounds and heads home. Betts stops at third. It's a ringing double from Freddie Freeman. And a resounding start for the Dodgers. Boy, the thing's got all kinds of English on it. Perdomo triggers a throw quickly to get Pages, but Betts comes in to score 2-0.
Between the spin and then bouncing off the side of the mound, that little incline going up from third base side, it was weaving as it went toward shortstop.
Curve for strike 3. First of the game for Yamamoto. Kicks and deals 0-2 and puts bookend K's on a 1-2-3 second. Clayton Kershaw, an interesting case. He's pitched so well. How does his stuff play in the postseason at this point without the strikeouts? Strikeout of Thomas right here, and even during the regular season, they've been aggressive about getting him out of the game after a couple times through the lineup. So you have those factors. Emmett Sheehan. Wow, just carves him up. One of the best hitters in the league in the second half. And he's up there looking like he's never done this before. Here's the 2-2. Got him with a splitter. Man, is that pitch dialed in today. 0-2 on Locklear. Here comes Yamamoto. Strikes him out with the splitter to finish off the inning. Diamondbacks get one, but strand 2. Base hit right field, Miguel Rojas. No chance at home. Carr is off and running with a crack of the bat. He scores a 2-out RBI single from Rojas.
Well, you can do both. You can change the game by yourself and get Ohtani up there, and you do with this swing. Great piece of hitting. Letting the ball get deep in the 3-2 count. Would have taken the walk if it was a ball, but then launching the bat, hitting the line drive to right. From that to figuring out how to deal with the ball and the rest factor and the travel, and new housing, new teammates, everything that he had to go through in that first year.
Strikes him out. Splitter again. Strikes him out on 3 pitches. 9 of them for the second straight start against Arizona.
It's hard to put the next pair onto a sweaty body. It was like a struggle. You had to actually have one of the trainers help you.
Strikeout number 10 for Yamamoto.
Love the double-digit strikeouts.
For the team, good news, it wasn't the end because look who came off the bench to be the hero.
The ultimate weapon, Will Smith, did have a little bit of an off day, but he was called upon to pinch hit, and he pinched hits in a huge way. Walk-off home run. Dodgers are a winner.
You know, let's not forget that Blake Treinen getting that inning in the ninth. 1, 2, 3 innings. So you can have Will Smith come up big here to walk it
I
off.
like that little backdrop too, little a la Max Muncy a little bit. A little backdrop.
You knew it was gone.
It's subtle, but it's the swag that we love because it's Will Smith and he has ice in his vein. The Dodgers went on to win this one 5-4. So let's go ahead inside and hear Dave Roberts' reaction with the media.
It was a huge swing. I always say the game honors you, and Will's been going through it, but he's been working his tail off. And, today he reaped some benefit. And so it was really good to see from a guy who's an all-star player who's ready when called upon and delivered in a big moment, which he's done. But Yoshinobu was fantastic. We needed a great start from him, and he gave that to us. And so, for us to, find a way to win that ball game was big for all of us and kind of hopefully build some momentum into this road trip.
And that since his rookie year, walk-off weekend in 19, what is it about him that he can deliver in those situations?
I think he's got a calm heartbeat. He's not afraid to fail. He loves being in that moment, and he's always a good choice, and has obviously come up with a lot of big hits, and that was a big one.
Dave, this is a stretch of 2 months where there's been, I guess, an imbalance in the way his team has played. Is it frustrating that it seems like every day there's like one other fire to put out? Today it was the relief pitch.
It sort of each night it seems like there's something else that it's not all put together in one particular game for a longer stretch. Tanner got 2 quick outs, and then there was the dump single, and then the first pitch middle heater to Marte, and then he leaves a fastball, gets ahead, then leaves a fastball middle to Corbin Carroll, and then you got a new ball game. So So fortunately, we came back, and it doesn't take away from Yoshinobu what he did, and it doesn't take away from the at-bats that we had today. I thought today there was a lot of fight. I thought Miguel Rojas is playing his tail off with the at-bat quality, the fight, the defense, and obviously, and I thought Dalton did a good job as far as with Yamamoto. I thought he really did a really good job catching the baseball, the fingers, and then got a big hit from Will.
When you talk about playing with more focus and intensity, is that kind of a test when that game gets tied there to see how you guys respond?
It is. Blake comes in and throws up a 0 and gives a chance to walk those guys off, and it's certainly something that doesn't surprise me as far as kind of we're not going to relent, but just to continue to strive to play good baseball all the way around is the goal. But today was a good sign. I really believe. I was pleased with today. Certainly much happier with the result too.
So you pitched Will again, consecutive Sundays. Last Sunday you said you raised your mental focus. Did you have the same type of mental approach today?
前回の日曜日の登板に続いて今日も素晴らしかったんですけども、前回そのメンタルの面なんとか保っていきたいということだったんですけど、前回同様今日もメンタル面では同じ、いい状態で臨みましたか？
しっかり1週間練習できたので、自信を持ってマウンドに上がることができましたし、初回からいい立ち上がりができて、7回まで投げられたので、全体的に良かったと思います。
I used it, rest of the week very wisely, and then I got myself ready for today's outing, and then I think everything worked out.
What was working so well for you today? Was it the fastball playing off the split-fingered fastball, or was it the other way?
今日何が一番良くてここまでできたのかっていうところで、ストレートが良かったからスプリットが生きたのか、その逆だったのか、どっちでしょう？
どの球もこうなんていうんだろう、まっすぐはやっぱりスプリットをなんていうんだろうな、反応よくできたと思いますし、変化球も良かったので、まっすぐも結構どんなカウントでも、思い切ってゾーンに投げていけましたし、しっかりこうなんていうんだろうな、いいコンビネーションといいますか、そんな感じですかね。
I think, because overall, all my pitches are pretty good, very sharp today. And then my fastball was, of course, good. That's why, because I was able to make the splitter stand out.
How have you been able to stay this strong for every start this season and to be pitching at your best this late in the season?
この時期にやっぱこれだけのパフォーマンスができるっていうところで、そこはどういうふうに体調を維持したり準備してるんですか？
はい、コンディションだったり、その体調の面は変わらず春からずっといい状態をキープできてますし、フォームは多少波が、あったりも、しましたけど、ここ最近は、明確に、これだっていう感覚が出てますし、とにかくピッチングの、どの面も、すごくいい方向に行ってるなと感じてます。
I mean, since the beginning of the season, even like a spring training, because I've been just maintaining my condition physically and mentally, and then I think that's 何でしたっけ？春先から良くて、
なんて言ったっけな、フォームの面もいろんな面全部いい。
And mechanically sometimes goes off, but then because I just work things back to where it should be. So I think that's why I've been able to perform this at this level.
Dave said he feels like you've been throwing fewer non-competitive pitches. Is that just a sign you're executing better, or have you tried to attack a little bit more, in and around the strike zone?
監督がすごいいい状態でこれだけのパフォーマンスができているところで、他のピッチャーにできないようなパフォーマンスができているというところですけども、それはやっぱストライクゾーンを積極的に攻めていってるっていうところが関係してますか？
もちろんボールのゾーンも使いながら、今日とかはボール球もしっかり振らしたり、することができましたし、しっかりピッチングというところにおいていろんな、技的な部分が、すごくうまくいってるかなと思います。はい。
I think because I've been able to not only in the strike zone, but then out of the zone, I've been able to using very efficiently, and then I think that's it. Because the pitching technical part is working for me.
I know this is a gut punch, but just even put yourself in this position here, Tori. What does that say about your group?
They're exactly who I think they are. They're winners. They want to win. They know how to win. They fight, and that's why we're never out of any game at any time. You just don't know where the rally's going to start, and when it does, we have the capabilities of putting up quick points. It's unfortunate how it ended up. I still think it was a good series. I'm proud of us, but I'm looking to win every game that we play, especially here in Dodger Stadium.
Can we go to the rally and the guys that got to it? Geraldo's been struggling since maybe even the hand injury, and then Ketel follows, and then your guy. But can you run through that sequence?
Yeah, we were just trying to set up the best opportunity to get some runners on base for Marte and Corbin. You don't know what's going to happen. So Perdomo chips one the other way, finds the right spot. He deserves that. I mean, I know the series has been tough, but he's engaged, and he just felt like if I get on base, anything's happening. And then Ketel hits the ball hard up the middle and sets it up. So that's what we try to do. We try to, start a rally anywhere. It's our comeback plan. That's what we call it. And so it's got to start somewhere. When somebody does what their job is supposed to do, getting on base, guys capitalize.
Go all the way back to Brandon Pfaadt in that first inning. Obviously, they were hyper aggressive on him, but how did he at least settle in for a bit?
Yeah, I think it was damage control. The first inning, 2 runs, it was first and second and no outs, and you're thinking, oh, this is going to be a big number. But made pitches, did a good job, and I felt like when he walked in off the mound, not yet having really hit his stride and started to sequence the right pitches, at 2-0, we were still in the game, and I told the guys we're going to win, and we're going to be able to find a way back into this. And Brandon got a little tailwind. It just got to be too much there in the 5th inning.
What was Yamamoto doing? Why was he so tough today?
Yeah, real aggressive fastball. Established the fastball, the command, was pushing us back, and then he had an elite split finger fastball. So I think the guys were talking about a little bit more depth, a little bit more velo. So he's got it in a sweet spot right now. So the fastball split were very good. It was a very tough combination for us.
I got a word on the road trip and what you just did here.
Yeah.
To do what you did to put this together in Milwaukee to games 1 and 2 here.
Yeah, so you look at it, we've won 4 of our last 5 games. So I'm very pleased with that. And I'm not an idiot. They're 2 of the best teams in baseball. But our standard is to win every single game we play. It doesn't matter who we play. So I'm proud of us. We got to absorb this loss. There were some things that we did wrong. I'm going to coach the coaches. The coaches are going to coach the players. And we're going to find a way to win these types of games. We have to. Mm-hmm.
What stood out as mistakes?
Yeah, maybe some pitch sequencing early with Brandon, some pitch sequencing to and this is me just being a little stingy, but to Will Smith, I think we duplicated 2 basically the same pitches. Too good of a hitter to do that, but we'll figure that out. We got to turn 2. I think when balls are put on the ground, we got to turn every double play possible. We got to keep our form and our shape and our footwork and not take anything for granted. I think a wide throw created an extra base runner, lost an out, and that equaled some runs. So those are things that we don't miss, and we're gonna coach it up.
17 wins overall in August, and then obviously with the series win. How do you assess the performance of this month and where you guys are at heading into September?
Improving, but incomplete, and I want us to play our best baseball right now. I want us to play meaningful games in September. That's all I ask these guys. Just go out, play hard, so we can scoreboard watch a little bit in September. You got to earn that right. So we're going to turn the calendar month, and we got to keep our heads up. We're in this. We can go out and win some baseball games, and anything's possible. So we feel like it's a wide open range, and I like our guys playing hard the way they did today.
Ask about Del Castillo's at bats today.
Mm-hmm.
Did he grow up a little bit today? Did you like that?
Yeah, fighting off some real tough pitches from Yamamoto. Seemed like he was the one guy that had the best looks at him. The first one was a big base hit, got us our first run, helped us build an inning with another one. So, at the end of the day, I'm just looking for quality at bats, and he's not playing every single day. So it's one of the hardest jobs in baseball is coming off the bench, but he's keeping himself ready.